here with Luke Billingsley from GMT, and he's going to show us one of the games that is coming up in their lineup, which is the kind of game you can play in 25 to 30 minutes approximately. And it follows the footsteps of Fort Sumter, but it has different mechanics, and it's a totally different game and event that is being recreated. So Luke, can you tell us about this game? What's this game?
Yes, so this is called Red Flag over Paris, designed by Fred Serval, and I'm developing it. So this game is about the Paris Commune in 1871, after the Franco-Prussian War. There was a socialist uprising in Paris, and the government fled to Versailles. So the two sides in this game are the Versailles government, which have the blue cubes, and the Commune, which is inside of Paris and has the red cubes. So there are many differences between this game and Fort Sumter. One of them is different spaces on the map. So in Fort Sumter, all 12 spaces are accessible at any point pretty much in the game. You can place cubes on any space on the map. In this game, there are two types of spaces. There are military spaces and political spaces, made up of green and orange political spaces and purple and black military spaces. So, and they have different mechanics for how you can place cubes and remove cubes, even between both of them. So, in military spaces, you have to already have presence in the space or control an adjacent military space in order to place a cube there. Okay. So there's a restriction there. There's also a different special way to remove cubes from military spaces. In Fort Sumter, as an ops action, you can only add cubes, you can't remove them, but events on the cards allow you to remove cubes. In this game, you can use ops to place and or remove cubes under certain limitations, as I was saying. Okay. And then Fred and I are working on a new system for the political spaces. Originally, the political spaces were similar to Fort Sumter in that they were accessible at any point. But now we're working on a system for them that makes them asymmetrical, and I don't have it on this version of the map. Okay. But I really love the direction that's going, so that's exciting as well.
The designer, what's his name?
Fred Serval.
And he's French, right?
He's French, and he lives in Denmark.
Okay, I think I saw one of his videos before, and that's what caught my interest in this particular game. Now, I see you have a lot of cards in this game. How many cards approximately?
About 60 cards.
Oh, okay.
So I think that would be roughly 48 strategy cards, and then 12 objective cards for matching the 12 spaces on the...
Okay, 40 strategy cards, and we would have, these are the objective cards that are similar to those, same concept in Fort Sumter.
Correct.
Approximately, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's see, another difference. In this game, there's momentum that is tracked on these momentum tracks. So the Commune, their momentum is called revolutionary momentum, and this kind of symbolizes the building of revolutionary spirit, etc., inside Paris that kind of inspires them to hold out against Versailles. And Versailles has Prussian collaboration, which kind of simulates how the Versailles government was talking with the Prussian invader that was sitting outside Paris, trying to get some of their prisoners of war from the Franco-Prussian War back, which will kind of aid in their cube placement during the game. So as the Versailles government moves up this track, they receive cubes in their token pool.
And those represent those prisoners of war that have been freed?
Correct.
Okay. And how do you win the game?
You win the game by, well, it's asymmetrical in this game. So in Fort Sumter, you have regular victory points, and whoever has the most victory points wins. In this game, you have two types of victory points, military and political. And the conditions for victory are asymmetrical. So the Commune player needs to have more political victory points than the Versailles player has military victory points.
Okay.
Because the political aspect of the revolution for them was more important.
That's what drives it, yes.
Whereas for the Versailles government, they need more military victory points than the commune has political victory points. So in a situation like this, the Versailles government would win because they have 3 military victory points and the commune has 1 political. And by the way, both sides can score either victory point, so it's not always going to look like this. It could be like this. That'd be a major victory for Versailles. If there's a tie, there are some tiebreakers as well as there are in Fort Sumter.
Okay. So do you have any idea when this is going to show up on the P500?
Well, it is already on the P500.
Oh, it is on the
It
P500.
came out in December, and I think last time I checked it was around 230 something orders.
Okay.
But it's going to be a great one. I love it already. I've played some online with the designer.
I was going to have 231 pretty soon, so.
Okay. And it is very satisfying to play.
And it's a topic you've never seen gamed, right?
No.
And you see wargaming has that broad concept. It just doesn't have to be troops on a front, artillery, tanks. This is historical gaming, and it's a very interesting topic. You have a lot of detail of events in the cards, and you can play it in 30 minutes. I mean, what else can you ask, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I appreciate it, Luke. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.